Vamos a saludar a nuestro siguiente invitado, Eylon Levy, ex portavoz del Estado de Israel. Hello, good afternoon,
Hello.
Eylon.
Good afternoon.
Eylon, what are your expectations about for the evaluation of the conflict between Israel and Iran?
Israel is bracing for an Iranian retaliation after Israel conducted an offensive against Iran's illegal nuclear weapons capability. Obviously not a decision that Israel took lightly, knowing that Iran will probably retaliate with ballistic missiles. But Israel sees a nuclear Iran as an existential threat because Iran's leaders are openly committed to Israel's destruction and cannot be allowed to gain the weapons with which to destroy Israel.
Eylon, how far do you think Israel will go? There's talk of preparation for 2 weeks of attacks.
Israel has gone very far already. Just overnight, we saw decapitation strikes that took out Iran's top military leadership. Maybe that's some of the reason that the Iranian regime has not responded yet. But Israel says it's now or never. The Iranian regime was on the cusp of nuclear weapons. We identified accelerated movement to weaponizing their highly enriched uranium. They're accelerating their ballistic missile capability, and diplomacy had failed. So Israel is going to try to destroy as much of the illegal Iranian nuclear weapons program as possible, hoping, of course, that they will accept President Trump's offer to come back to the negotiating table and this time negotiate in good faith to dismantle their uranium enrichment.
What is Israel's main objective?
Israel's main objective is to exist, and Iran doesn't want Israel to exist. That is why we have a conflict between Israel and Iran. Israel has been under attack by the Iranian regime and its proxy armies on 8 fronts since the October 7th massacre, when Hamas, an Iranian proxy army, launched war against Israel and was joined by other Iranian proxies, Hezbollah from Lebanon, the Houthis from Yemen, who fire ballistic missiles at us nearly every day. And Israel is now holding the Iranian regime directly accountable for its aggression to close off its path to getting nuclear weapons and making sure that a state that is committed to Israel's destruction has no way to get the weapons to destroy Israel.
Is Iran prepared to respond? What do you think about this?
Israel is expecting that Iran will respond, but it is up to the Iranian regime to decide how seriously they want to do it. They have 2 choices. They can attack, and then Israel will respond, knowing that Iran has no air defenses and Israel can penetrate the heart of the Iranian regime. Or they can go back to the negotiating table and agree to peacefully dismantle their uranium enrichment program. So obviously Israel will be hoping the Iranian regime will dismantle its nuclear program. If not, and they choose to escalate, Israel has shown that it is able to defend itself.
And my last question, Eylon, what has been the role of Donald Trump and the US with Netanyahu and Israel?
It looks like Israel and the US were playing good cop, bad cop. Israel was threatening military action if Iran didn't agree to dismantle its nuclear program. The US was trying to negotiate to get them to dismantle their nuclear program. And now the US is standing behind Israel and saying the strikes were excellent. Iran had a chance to negotiate in good faith. They didn't take it. So Israel and the US share a common goal, that the Iranian regime cannot be allowed to acquire nuclear weapons. And Israel has said this is the last resort in order to stop them. And it's positive that the United States is standing behind Israel as it takes action, alone for now, to keep the world safe from a dangerous regime on the cusp of weapons of mass destruction.
Eylon Levy, ex portavoz del Estado de Israel, thank you for joining us.
Con placer. Gracias.